Cookies and ham, cookies and ham. Oga beef, oga fume, vela mif. Bama zebra, balo cheek, bama zebra.
Yes, people, what's going on? French Gooner, back again with another video for you. Gonna be talking about the upcoming game today. Xhaka, Ozil, who's gonna play, who's gonna start. We've got some updates from the manager. I also want to go over the Xhaka apology, and then go into predicted 11 for the game. So let's start off with the earliest bit of news. Xhaka apology from yesterday. Oh yeah, if you're new to the channel, obviously like, subscribe, drop your opinions, comments in the box, share the channel on your socials, all of that good stuff. Alright, so yeah, let's get into this apology here. Let me just bring it up here. I'll just run through it quickly. So Xhaka said in a statement the other day, after taking some time to reflect what happened on Sunday afternoon, I would like to give you an explanation rather than just a quick response. Immediately, I'm thinking, it sounds like you want to explain your side rather than just apologize. Okay, cool. The scenes that took place around my substitution have moved me deeply. Love this club, always give 100% on and off the pitch. Okay, that's cool. My feelings of not being understood by the fans and repeated abusive comments at matches and in social media over the last weeks and months have hurt me deeply. People have said things like, "We will break your legs, kill your wife, wish that your daughter gets cancer." This has stirred me up, and I reached boiling point when I felt the rejection in the stadium on Sunday. I stopped there. Obviously, people who are directing things towards his family, whether that be on social media or, obviously I'm guessing that's the only way they can contact his family. That's disgusting. Let's just get that out there. Don't do that. If you're one of those people, have a look at yourself, man. Don't do that. Okay. However, talking about rejection in the stadium on Sunday, well, big man, I think he's taking things personally there, because the way I saw what happened on Sunday was your number came up and a few ironic kind of cheers went up because we were saying finally Emery's taken off his golden boy, Emery's taken off his teacher's pet. We weren't even directing it at you, Xhaka, as much as at Emery. And he just felt like it was all about him. And in that situation, he says, I let myself be carried away and reacted in a way that disrespected the group of fans that support our club, our team, and myself with positive energy. This has not been my intention. I'm sorry if that's what people thought. My wish is to get back in a place of mutual respect. Remember why I fell in love with this game in the first place. Let's move forward positively together. Now, I heard Elliot from Arsenal Vision podcast talking about this, and I fully agree with him. For me, booing is a part of sports. Booing has always happened. We booed Thierry Henry when we played Barcelona and he came on the pitch and touched the ball. We cheered him when we came on the pitch. We booed him when we touched the ball. We've booed legends of this club. Okay, so Xhaka taking a few boos, you're going to have to take it. And the reason is that you threw the captain's armband to the floor. Really and truly, the boos didn't get bad before that. So for me, this whole apology is not really sincere. I'm just going to take this off now. It doesn't really feel sincere. It feels like he's trying to justify his position and where he came from. I think all of us with half a brain cell knew why he did that. We've seen that he's turned the comments off on his social media. We've seen all that. We didn't need that explanation. So I'm not really... maybe it was for the young children out there or something like that. But I don't know, man. For me, it's more of a kind of... let me put my side across. Let me argue my side. Again, making it about him. Like, just apologize, move on. This is, asking for mutual respect, this whole kind of thing. Just work hard. You're a football player first and foremost. You get paid good money. Work hard at what you do and the fans will be on side. And I'm talking about work hard in terms of your decision making. I mean, he says, okay, if he really puts 100% on the pitch every time, clearly he's nowhere near good enough for the club. I think that there's a lot of lapses in concentration in Granit Xhaka. I think he can have an 80% good game and 20% lapses of concentration, whether it be stupid foul, stupid yellow card, stupid penalty given away, whatever it might be, it's a lapse of concentration. And to me, that's... I don't know if that's putting 100% in. Unless he's physically not capable of concentrating for 90 minutes, for me it's switching off. For me it's just not being on the ball enough. But in any case, you can work on that. I believe you can work on that. It's not even technical ability. It's just literally just being switched on for 90 minutes, making smart decisions. And I think you can work on that. So go work on your game, and that's when people are going to come back, and that's when things are going to turn nice for you again. This whole thing right now is still ugly. And I think this is proven by the fact that despite the apology, Xhaka will not be playing against Wolves. Fantastic segue from me there. What are your guys' thoughts on the apology? Man, them watching live in the playback. Drop some comments. Let me know what you're thinking. For me, it's just didn't really satisfy me. Didn't make me feel like he was sorry. You know, it was just kind of much of a nothing, really and truly. But yeah, Xhaka versus Wolves. So we've had a press conference from Unai Emery where he said that he will, in his mind, Xhaka will not play tomorrow. Which I think he's actually been left out the squad as well. I think we've seen the squad confirmed and Xhaka is not in the squad. So 2 games in a row has been left out. A lot of us have called for him to go under 23s and gone in January. I have to say I'm one of that group. Although I will back him if he plays. I don't want him to play again, really and truly. But I've made my thoughts on that clear, so I won't go on that again. But I'm very glad, to be honest, that he's not in the squad. I think if he had come out and he had the armband as well, it would have just really soured things even more with the fans. I would have backed him, but I would have really questioned Emery. And I would have had to continue to question him, just by the nature of the fact that he's on the pitch. And, you know, if his performances shut me up, then those performances shut me up. But I would have been looking at him very closely. So I'm glad he's been left out of the limelight. I'm glad Emery said we focus on the match. We don't focus on Granit Xhaka. I think that's important. And so with that being said, let's talk about Mesut Ozil. Yeah, he's going to be in the game squad. He is in the squad for Wolves tomorrow. Our highest paid player might make his second appearance in the Premier League. He's been injured, you think? No, not injured. He's just been at home playing Fortnite. Whether by his lack of work or the manager's hump or whatever, all we know is he played on Wednesday and he was fantastic. And now he's looking like he's going to be playing on Saturday. Now, will he get a start? Does Mesut Ozil finally get another start in the Premier League? Who wants to see it? Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see Mesut Ozil start? I do. Against at home, against these smaller teams. We accuse Ozil of not performing away from home against the big teams. Fine. Leave him at home for those games. Have him at home for the small teams. Because that's where we need to rack up points. And that is unfortunately where we've dropped points against the likes of Crystal Palace and Tottenham. You know, these smaller games are the games that we really should be picking up all 3 points in if we want to be making top 4 at the end of the season. Right now, we're not looking like a top 4 team, let's be real. Yeah. So, let's look at the predicted 11. I think Ozil is going to start here. So, my predicted 11 is Leno in goal. No brainer. We got Bellerin at right back. Now I hesitated. Does Bellerin come right back in? Do we play Chambers? I think it's going to be really helpful to have someone with that speed who can get up and down. I think he was much better against Liverpool than he was in the Europa League, which bodes really well because that was, you know, arguably a higher level of intensity and a higher challenge, playing against Divock Origi, Champions League finalist and winner. So he handled him. Origi had to switch from playing out left to going centrally because he just couldn't get down Bellerin's side. So yeah, I'd love to see Bellerin in there. I think Socrates and Luiz will probably stay in the middle, although I would like to see one of them drop for Chambers. Socrates has been a goal threat, but Luiz has probably been the better defender. So, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? Which one of the two would you drop for Chambers, or if any? Would you put Holding in there? I think Holding had a shocker like the other day. I don't think he's ready to be thrown back into the Premier League, to be honest. But yeah, that's the other side. And say Tierney on the left, so that's the back 5 there. Leno, Bellerin, Socrates, Luiz and Tierney. That's the 2 fullbacks that we've been just crying out for, man. So I would really love to see them start. I think that would really give the fans a boost after the fuckeries. Let's call it fuckeries. The fuckeries of the last game at home. Behind, in front of the back 4, what I'd love to see is just Torreira sitting there just as a screen with Guendouzi and Ozil playing a bit further forward. Ozil the furthest out of them, but we'll probably see a double pivot of, I imagine, Torreira and Guendouzi with Ozil in front of them. If Emery is going to start him, that's of course where he's going to play in that number 10 role that we miss so much. in some of these games. That's going to be really nice to see that level of creativity up there. A couple of stats that I saw, I think he had a 94% passing accuracy. He kept the ball up there. He had the most passes on the team. And that's just the kind of things you want to be seeing from your number 10, your advanced midfielders, which we haven't been getting without him in the team, let's be honest. In front of Ozil, I want to see Pepe, Aubameyang and Martinelli. I think Lacazette comes on, maybe 60 minutes. He's not been incredibly sharp. I think we bring him on off the bench, give him a chance against some tired legs to just run around, hopefully get a goal, get his sort of rhythm back, that sort of thing. But Martinelli, man, he's been knocking on the door. 7 goals in, 4 starts or something like that? 7 goals in 7 appearances. I mean, nothing more to say, really. Klopp's been running his mouth saying, well, in a good way. He's been talking about how sick he is, so there you go, bro. Like, there's a lot to be said about Martinelli right now, and we just want to see it in action. So I think Martinelli out on the left, Pepe on the right. We want to see him scoring in the Prem, man. Scored beautiful goals in the Europa League. Couldn't get on the score sheet against Crystal Palace. Now's your chance, Peps. Now's your chance at home against a team that will, they'll press, but they will sit back as well. They'll try and counter. Probably from quite deep and with pace with people like Traore, Jimenez. We already know about them. Another reason why I think it'll be good to have Bayern and Tierney there. And Aubameyang up top, he's just waiting for that 50th goal. You can tell it's probably playing on his head a little bit. 3 games without a goal. I think he didn't score against Bournemouth, Sheffield or Palace. So yeah, 3 Prem games without a goal. Very rare for Aubameyang, actually. So I'm expecting him to get back on the score sheet tomorrow. Sorry. I will do a starting 11 reaction, and I will do a match review. I might even do a watch along, man. We'll see how it goes, guys. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, in any case, that's the preview. Guys, let me know what you think. Xhaka not in the 11, not in the squad. Ozil, is he going to start? Should he start? And yeah, what's your predictions? I think Arsenal will win the game. That's my heart. My head says it's going to be a draw, to be honest with you guys. But my heart says 3-2 Arsenal. I always back the team, so let's go 3-2. And yeah, Emery's still under pressure, man. Let's not forget, Emery is still under pressure. When's the last time he won a game? We lost against Liverpool. We drew against Crystal Palace. Okay, we won against Victoria. But then we lost against Sheffield as well. So, that is some horrendous form. 1 win in our last 4. Got to get the wins, man. Yeah, it's Leicester City away. So this needs to be a 3 points. I think there's a lot of pressure for Unai Emery. Will Jose Mourinho be manager by Christmas, man? It's all going to unfold in these next few games. Let's hope Emery can get it right. And let's hope we can get these 3 points on the board. French Gooner,